we just start by setting our intention, closing our eyelids over our eyes, taking a deep breath in, filling up your belly, expansion across the rib cage, and then exhale, release. Feel the shoulders drop down your back. Get another deep breath in, filling the belly, the solar plexus like a balloon. And then exhale, fill the navel, pull back into your spine. Again, deep breath in. Notice the expansion of the ribs going out from right to left, left to right. And then exhale, release. And taking a few moments to set any other intention you wish to set for your practice today. And again, our theme is stepping into your power. So we'll work a little bit with our solar plexus, and then again with our heart chakra. We add the heart chakra in to remind ourselves that all of our power comes from the heart. If we're living from the heart, we should feel we have all the power that we need. Now drawing your attention to your chest, your abdominal region. And just notice what's going on in the solar plexus, in the heart. Go ahead and take one more deep breath in. And exhale, side out the mouth. Breathing the eyes open. When you're ready, we move on to our Mudra and Mantra. So our Mudra, we'll take our thumb, pointer, and middle finger and just touch the tips of those. And the other two fingers, the ring and the pinky, the tips of the fingers tuck down into the palm of your hand. So if you can see me, it kind of looks like this. Alright, so you can relax that mudra onto your knees. And our mantra is for the heart chakra mantra, YAM, Y-A-M. If you like to close your eyes for the mantra, that's okay to do as well. So we'll take a cleansing breath in together, inhaling down into your heart space. And exhale it out. And the next exhale, we'll do our mantra YAM. Inhaling. YAM. Two more times. Inhale. Yam. One more inhale. Yam. Feel that vibration within your heart. Feel it radiate out to every cell of your body. And our mudra for today brings us back to abundance and trusting that we have, trusting the universe that it's giving us everything that we need. All the energy we need, all the material items, all the financial stability. Just trust that the universe is going to replenish anything that you have lost during this time. Trust that goodness is coming your way. And when you're ready, I invite you to breathe your eyes open. We'll go ahead and we'll inhale our arms overhead, clasp the fingers into like a fist, and then we'll face our palms up towards the sky. Shoulders rock down your back away from your ears. On your exhale, just hinge over towards your right side. Feel side body stretch. Inhale, back up center. Exhale to the opposite side. Inhale through center. Exhale. Slow and controlled with your breath, just feeling the side of that solar plexus. Getting a nice deep stretch. We'll work with our side body a little bit more today. Last week we did a lot of twists for our solar plexus and a little bit of strengthening. So we have more strength and gentler twists, hopefully. We'll go ahead and take our last one to the left side, wherever you're at. Coming back through center. Inhale there, release the hands, palms face each other. Exhale, twist towards your right. Inhaling back through center. Exhale to your left. Inhale center, exhale right. Inhale, exhale. And just move with the flow of your own breath. Just going side to side. And thanks to everybody who's been joining me live to keep my yoga practice alive for others. And once you reach back to the right side, go ahead and hold there. Looking over your back shoulder, find a twist in your neck. And I remind you that if you're ever pregnant or experiencing abdominal issues, to just maybe go easy on the twist or not do the twist at all. Inhaling back through center, exhale opposite side. Again, looking over the back shoulder, find a twist in the neck. One more breath here. Inhaling to center, then exhale, we'll make our way to a tabletop position. So I'm just going to turn horizontal on my mat. Wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Inhales, you drop the navel towards your mat, lifting your gaze towards the sky. Exhale, round through the back, in the spine, cat pose, looking back towards your thighs. Inhaling to your cow. Exhale, round the spine to your cat. Just flow through these two poses with your own breath. And if there's any other version of cat-cow you'd like to take to just maybe focus on one side or one part of the body, wiggle the hips or the shoulders, go ahead and do that as well. We're just warming up. And go ahead and take 2 more rounds of cat-cow. Once you're finished with your second round, go ahead and meet in tabletop position. So I know we're all ready to move on, even though I can't see you. I guess I won't know. Drawing the navel in towards the spine still. Pressing down into the palms of the hands. Reaching the right arm out and the left leg back for bird dog. Just remaining here for a moment. Find your balance. Then on your exhale, we'll pull the elbow to the knee, round the spine. Inhale, back out, extend. Exhale, belly button draws into the spine. One more time. And exhale, rounding. Inhales, you extend. As an option, you can bring the hand back to the ankle. Get a little stretch, a little back bend. Just drawing your focus to the solar plexus. Keeping the abdominal strengthened and engaged here, so protect the lower back. Try to lift your quad just a little bit more. And then releasing it all back down to the mat. We'll take the opposite hand, the one that was on the bottom, and just place the top of the hand on your mat so you're feeling a stretch in the wrist and up the forearm. Just Stretching those muscles in a different way. And then when you're ready, bring that palm of the hand back towards the mat. We'll extend the left arm and the right leg back. Just gazing just over your mat, find your balance, pushing into the bottom hand. And on your exhale, drawing the knee and the elbow together in the center of your body. Inhale, extend. 2 more times. Exhale. Inhale. And 1 more. Holding it out. And then as an option, grabbing the hand and the ankle. Maybe flex that back foot, twisting the heart kind of open towards the side. Breathe here, breathing normally. Long exhales, long inhales. Lifting that quad just a little tiny bit more. And then release everything back down to your mat. And we'll take that bottom hand and take the top of the hand onto your mat. So getting that wrist stretch in the opposite direction. And up the forearm. Those of us who work on the computer a lot, this always feels good. Taking 1 more breath here to stretch. Stretch that forearm. We'll come back through center. Walking the hands just 1 length in front of where they are. Tuck your toes. Lift just the knees off the mat. We'll hold there for a moment, pulling the navel in. Then your next exhale, start to push the chest back towards the legs. And on your next inhale, start to lengthen the legs, pushing the heels down towards the mat. And feel your downward facing dog. Maybe pedal out the feet, stretching each calf. Fingertips are spread wide, pushing down into the thumb and the pointer finger. Wrapping the biceps forward. Gazing back towards your toes and your quads to relax your neck. Go ahead and come to stillness. Take 1 more breath there. And on our next exhale, look up between the hands, step or walk the feet to the top of the mat to meet the hands. If you have a block, go ahead and place the block underneath the hands to lengthen through the spine. Start to ground into the right hand. And on the next exhale, twist the left arm up towards the sky. Just a little bit of a twist in the spine. Trying to pretend like you have a little teacup on the top of your back as well, so you have a nice flat table to set that teacup on. Now your next inhale, coming back through center, grounding the left hand. Exhale, twist the right arm up towards the sky. Gazing straight ahead or up towards your fingertips. Whatever feels good on your neck. Little mini bend in the knees to help with the hamstrings if they're tight. When you're ready, coming back down through center, we'll go ahead and fold all the way forward, scooting that block to the side, grabbing the opposite hand to the elbow, maybe a gentle sway from side to side. Coming to stillness, drop the fingertips towards the mat. Inhale as you roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. Shoulders coming up by the ears, back and down. We'll take our twisting bear in our standing Tadasana here. So twisting bear, arms are out to the side, and we just tap the foot as we twist from side to side, letting your arms be heavy. So your arms are just kind of like smacking your body here and dead weight. And just be careful if you have anything close by that your hand can hit. I just whacked mine off my dresser. So twisting side to side. One more breath. And we'll all come to stillness. Bringing our hands to the heart. On your next inhale, arms rise. Little mini back bend here. Lift the heart to the sky. Welcome in abundance. And then exhale, we'll start to crisscross the arms in front of us as we hinge forward. Weaving in the abundance into our energy field. And inhale back up. Just one vertebrae at a time. Shoulders up by the ears, back and down. We'll do that one more time and add on. Inhale, lifting the heart. Exhale, weave the hands. Weave abundance, love, anything you need. Forgiveness. And then hanging out at the bottom. Inhale, halfway lift. Again, flatten that back. Grab your block if you need to. We'll step back with our right foot. Round the right knee, untuck the toes, inhaling up for your crescent lunge. Find your balance here, making sure our front knee's in line with the ankle. So if you can see your big toe, that's a good sign. If not, just inch that foot forward a tad. Inhaling here. Next exhale, twisting towards the bent knee. Inhale back to center. Exhale, opposite side. Inhaling center, exhale twist to the knee, arms come shoulder height, inhale up, exhale opposite side. One more time, each side. Slow and controlled with your own breath. Then we'll all meet back through center, and this time we'll release the left arm down towards the mat to feel a stretch up the right side of the body. It's the right arm, and the bicep come towards your right ear. So if you like to just hang the hand down, or if you can touch your mat, that's great. Or if you have a block to help with balance. Next, inhale, coming back through center. Exhale, dropping the hands to your mat. We'll step it back towards plank or your tabletop position. So wherever you are, know that's right for you and your body. Tucking the tailbone down towards your heels. Sucking the navel up and in, kind of vacuuming in the solar plexus. On your next exhale, drop to the knees, shifting forward, bending at the elbows, lowering yourself all the way to the mat. Inhaling for baby cobra. Exhaling down. 2 more times. Inhale up. Exhale. 1 more time. This time, if you'd like to extend the arms, then come all the way up into Cobra or Upward Facing Dog. Feel free. Now your next exhale, turn the toes over, Downward Facing Dog. Holding here, spreading the fingertips, palms. Palms are grounded into your mat. And take a moment to express forgiveness here if you just joined. We have a forgiveness theme going on, as well as stepping into our power. Now your next exhale, looking between the hands, stepping the right foot up the mat. So this is the opposite leg in front. Drop the back knee down, untuck the toes. Inhaling up, Crescent Lunge. And you're kind of on the top of that back knee, so not right on the kneecap. Try to make sure you have, or you're feeling a diagonal from the hip down towards the knee. Taking an inhale here, then exhale, twist towards your bent knee, arms shoulder height. Inhale back through center. Exhale, opposite side. Inhaling up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale. 1 more time, each side. And then once you've finished your last round, meeting back into center. Find your balance again if you lost it. And then I invite you to take the right hand down towards the side body. So the same side as your knee, and just reach downwards as your top arm comes up over the ear. Feeling a stretch of the side body, focusing on the side of the solar plexus. Next, inhale, coming back up through center. Exhale, dropping the hands on either side of the foot. Inhale, lift the back knee. Exhale, step it up to Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhaling, halfway lift. Then exhale, bringing the hands either to the mat or a block. Ground into the right hand, twisting up towards the left. Inhaling, back down. Exhale, opposite side. Inhaling down. Exhale, release. Block to the side. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Push into your feet as you come up to standing. Little mini back bend. Exhaling, hands to heart center. And just take a moment to close the eyes. Recenter yourself. I have all the power within me to bring my passions alive for the highest good of everyone around me. So taking that mantra to step into your power, to share your passions, your creativity with the world, your healing gift. I have all the power within me to share my passions with others and for the highest good of all around me. Now on your next inhale, breathe the eyes open, arms float upwards. Exhale, diving forward, fingertips towards the mat. Inhaling, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, bringing that block down if you need it. Step back with your right foot. And this time we'll stay high in our Crescent Lunge. So inhale as you come up, back knees off the mat. Bring the arms behind the back, clasp the fingers, press the palms. Inhale, lift the heart towards the sky. So all that power is within your heart space when you're living through the heart. That's where all your power comes from. Next, inhale, coming back through center. Then exhale, twist the back foot down at an angle, coming into Warrior Two pose. I'm just going to come to the side here and turn around. So in your Warrior Two pose, front knee lines with the ankle, lining up heel to arch of back foot slightly angled slightly inwards. Gazing out over the front arm. Now your next inhale, drop the back arm towards the crease of the knee on your back leg. We'll just set the intention here, just start to massage that spot and set the intention of removing any obstacles that are in your way, that are keeping you from sharing your creativity, your passion, keeping you bound up from stepping into your power. Just breathing here as you massage that point. Now your next inhale, coming back through center, stretching your front leg, and then turn both toes inwards for wide-legged stretch here. Bringing our hands to the left side, the left hip, and then we'll twist and bring the energy over towards our right. So this is like I forget what they called the proper name, but left to right, just placing a belt on, and this just helps the energy move horizontally and splits the top half of the body with the lower half. One more time here. Then we'll come back center, extend the arms outwards. Exhale as you hinge from the waist, fingertips towards the mat. Then walking your hands over towards the right. And feel the stretch. Then we'll walk the hands over towards the left. And then we'll bring those left toes back forward. So you're in a high lunge. And then again, stepping towards the top of your mat. I'm just going to go to the other side of the mat and into your forward fold here again. And when you're ready, we'll step back with the opposite foot. So the left leg stepping back. On your inhale, coming up center for a high lunge. You can line up knee to ankle. If your knee's shooting out over your toes, just widen your stance. Shoulders rocking down the back. Front hip pushing upwards, back hip pushing forward or back. Then dropping the hands behind your back, clasp the fingers, press the palms. Inhale, lift the heart up towards the sky. And bring all that abundance, that trust in the universe down into your heart. Living from the heart brings us the power we crave. Next, inhale, releasing the arms back upwards. Exhale, arms come shoulder height as you twist the hips to the long edge of your mat for warrior two pose. Again, find your balance. Shift the form if you need to. Gazing out over the front fingertips. Breathing here. Warrior pose reminds us of our power as well. So just being and finding that inner warrior that you are. Now your next inhale, drop the back arm into the crease behind the knee. Lifting the heart towards the sky. And again, massaging that point behind the knee. We call this our Ganesh point, as Ganesh is the remover of obstacles. So again, any obstacles you feel have been holding you back. Maybe it's emotions, any anger, any frustrations, any sadness or hopelessness. Just feel that all release so you can move forward into your power. Next inhale, coming back up center, straightening the front leg and then turn those toes back inwards. We'll bring our hands to our right side, right hip this time, to place our energy belt on. So we bring the belt from the right over to the left, just a gentle twist in the hips. Again, right to left. And this also is very cleansing for our emotions. So, because we tend to hold our emotions in our sacral chakra, which is the space underneath our belly button, our energy center. So it's also very cleansing for those emotions. One more time to this side. And then we'll come back through center, open the arms up. Exhale as you hinge from the waist, bringing the hands down towards the mat. Rocking the weight in towards your feet or your toes, the tops of your feet. And then walk the hands over towards the left foot. Keeping equal weight in both feet still. Then walk the hands over towards the right foot. Again, if you need to shorten your stance or bend the knees a little, anything you need. You can always use the block to the side as well. And then from here, return those toes, the right toes back forward. Pivot on the back toes for your runner's lunge. And then step it back to either your plank or your tabletop position. So taking a moment there. Holding in plank to strengthen the solar plexus. Again, tailbone rock down towards your heels pressing backwards. And if you're in tabletop, just feel the navel drawing up towards your spine. Either way, you're still working with your body. So wherever you're at, just notice the solar plexus. Draw the attention there. And then when you're ready, we'll shift forward onto the toes or the knees. Exhale, bend at the elbows, lowering yourself all the way to your mat. Moving to Shavasana or locust pose. So we'll bring the hands and clasp them behind our body. Legs are straight backwards. Feet and legs just coming in towards one another. So you're one straight line here. Inhale as you lift the chest. Maybe lift the feet off the mat for your locust pose. And then exhale, release down, release the hands. Bring the right cheek to your mat. And just warming up our lower back. So we'll get into a back bend at the end of our practice. Then coming back center. Again, find that single line with your body. Clasp the fingers, press the palms. Inhale as you begin to shine the heart forward. Lifting the gaze and lift the feet off the mat if that feels good. Stretching the chest. Breathing normally. One more breath here. Then lower yourself onto your mat and rest the opposite cheek on your mat. And coming back through center. Hands come on either side of your chest. Let's push back to a child's pose. And go ahead and widen the knees towards the long edge of your mat. Placing the forehead on the mat, on the earth. And take some breaths here. Now read through our other oracle card pick for today. Childlike devotion. You are multi-talented, complex being. Embrace and love who you are. So just a reminder that in order to step into our power, we need to fully love and embrace every part about us, including the shadow sides. So whatever maybe you're beating yourself up or holding on to, just bring love into your awareness. Love includes both acceptance and respect. Love is the essence of the situation at hand. Making a shift into greater love of self will bring you more love from others. The truth is that you will receive more love when you're able to accept the love that is given to you. The love coming into your life may or may not be romantic love. Look for ways in which you can begin to connect with others. Allow your emotions to become evident. Be open to living more from your heart and experiencing your dreams. Consider the joy you felt as a young child around the holidays or special occasions. Recall how you knew what you longed for. Of course, your aspirations have changed, but you can insistently pursue your ideals just as you did as a child. Simple joys in love are meant to be shared. The balance of giving and receiving will support the love you have in your being. Now on your next inhale, coming back up to your tabletop position. Moving into your plank. And then push back to downward facing dog. Walking the hands back towards your feet. Into Uttanasana, forward fold at the back of your mat. Taking another breath there. Feel the length behind the back of the legs, the hamstrings. Then your next inhale, begin to lift your heart, sink your hips back for a chair pose. The biceps rise towards the ears. And your stance can either be like a fist fit between your feet for more balance, or bring them close together for more of a challenge. We'll take that eagle pose that we've been practicing the last few weeks as well. Right leg crosses over the left knee. And then you can either tap the toes on the other side or wrap the toes around your calf or your ankle. Right elbow underneath the left elbow. And the elbows gently lift as your forearms pull away from your face. Again, draw your attention to the solar plexus, the abdominals. Try to find the strength in this pose. And also draw your attention to the bottom foot, pushing the entire foot into your mat. Try to sink more back into your heel as well and see how that changes. Might change your balance a little bit, might bring you more balance. And then when you're ready, just release everything, fly like the eagle, and come back through center. Wiggle out the knees, take a breath. And we'll move to the other side. So inhale, the arms rise. Exhale, sit back chair pose. When you're ready, crossing the left knee over the right. And then tuck the toes either around the ankle or tap them on the other side of the mat. Left elbow comes underneath the right, wrapping the elbows. And again, if you can aim to wrap the wrists as well, feel free to do that. And gently pulling those forearms away from your face. Feel a stretch in the shoulders, part of our heart chakra, the back of our hearts. Feel that space opening across the shoulder blades. One more breath. And then again, untwisting, fly away, let that leg float out to the side and come back through center. Wiggle out the legs if you need to, bending the knees quickly. Maybe do a twisting bear. That feels good to get the size of the body. We'll come to stillness. On your inhale, arms raise up towards the sky. Exhale, diving forward, Uttanasana. Then moving your way to downward facing dog again. Walking the hands towards the top of the mat. Making the V shape with your body. We have one last vinyasa flow to flow through today before we start to cool down our bodies. Take a cleansing breath in here. Then exhale out the mouth. On your next inhale, raise the right leg up towards the sky. Exhale, float the right leg between the hands, top of the mat. Inhale back up to your crescent lunge. So trying to keep that knee off the mat if you can. And we'll start to ground into our front foot. Floating the arms back behind you. Start to hinge forward from the waist. So you're bringing your core and your solar plexus down towards your quad. And when you're ready, walk the back foot in, float it off the mat for warrior 3 pose. Spinning the hips down towards your mat. Again, however far you can float that back foot off, just know you're working with your own body and yourself, doing what's good for you. And then slowly release that back foot back down to the mat, slow and controlled. Inhaling as the arms come back up towards the ears. Take a breath there. Exhale out the mouth. And on your next exhale, floating the hands down towards your mat. Either step it back to downward facing dog, or if you'd like to do vinyasa chaturanga flow, feel free to do that. And we'll all meet in downward facing dog. In your down dog, once you're there, walk the feet just a little bit closer in towards your hands. We'll take a twisting dog. So again, if you're avoiding twists today for any reason, just stay here in your down dog and work with that. Otherwise, take the left hand to the right, outside of the right ankle, looking under the right arm. Find a twist in your down dog. One more breath. And then come back through center. We'll inhale the left leg up towards the sky. Exhale, float the left foot in between the hands, top of the mat. Inhaling up, use your solar plexus to pull yourself up to your high crescent lunge. And hold there, find your balance. Just fixing my hair. When you're ready, we'll float the arms back behind us as we hinge forward from the waist, bringing the upper body kind of parallel towards your mat. Start to find that feeling. And from here, walking the back foot in just a tad to lift it and fly off the mat. You can find the entire bottom foot grounding into the earth. And if your foot is floated off the mat, flex the back foot like you're standing on the wall behind you. Slow and controlled, start to bend the standing leg as you float the toes back down to the earth in the back foot. And then on the inhale, lifting the torso, biceps coming towards the ears. Taking another breath here. And on our next exhale, we'll float our hands back down to the mat. Step it to your plank and either push to downward facing dog or move through the chaturanga, the cobra or upward facing dog, to your downward facing dog. We'll take another cleansing breath in down dog, inhaling in. Exhale at the mouth. And then walking the feet in towards the hands, setting up for that down dog twist on the other side. Taking the right hand to the outside of the left foot this time. Just gazing underneath the left arm. You can kind of feel a stretch in your shoulders as well here if you're twisting. And if your shoulders are tight, just start to notice that back of the heart chakra. One more breath. And then slowly untwisting. We'll bring our knees down towards our mat, hips back to the heels, child's pose. And again, if you'd like to widen the legs to really sink deep into this child's pose, feel free. Again, I find the power within me, and I stop playing small. Back to our forgiveness mantra. So anything you need to forgive. Forgiveness of myself and others releases me from the past. Forgiveness is the answer to almost every problem. Forgiveness is a gift to myself. I forgive and set myself free. And your next inhale, coming back up to center, just standing on the knees. And if you have a block or a stack of books with you, just grab that block. We're going to do a little variation of camel pose here. And here, a little mix of camel and hero pose. So we're going to start high up on our knees. So lining up the hips with the knees. And reaching back for your block with your left hand. I'm going to start with my left. And then the right arm reaches up towards the sky. So you get like maybe a little bit of a twisting action here, and you can feel maybe more of a side body stretch. Breathing here, opening up the heart. And then we'll come slowly back up to center and go towards the center line of our body. So bringing your hands onto the small of your back. On your inhale, start to round over imaginary giant ball behind you, pushing the heart up towards the sky. Then open the throat. So your heart's the highest point of your body here. Just realizing again that the heart space is where all your power is. Live from your heart. Feel that stretch in the solar plexus as well. And then carefully coming back up through center. If you have lockers, stack of books, just swap that to the opposite side. And I'm using my right hand this time, so my right hand comes to the block as my left arm just reaches up towards the sky. And a nice side body stretch. Pushing the hips towards the front of your mat. Trying to keep those hips in line with the knees. Feeling the back bend. And then slowly coming back up through center. We'll set that block to the side. And take a seat on your mat. Legs going out in front of you. Toes flex back towards you. Inhale as the arms reach up. Exhale, hinging forward, reaching towards either your shins, your ankles, or your toes. And just feel the forward fold begin to offset that back bend. Notice the difference in the body. And coming back to our solar plexus mantra. All the power I need is within me. And I share that in my passions with everyone else around me for the highest good of all. So when we live from our heart space, we have all the power to create our passions and spread those to those around us. And tapping into whatever brings you joy. And that joy is what we're passionate about. And we want to share all that joy with others. Now your next inhale, engage your core and begin to walk the hands back up towards the body. We'll take another forward fold, this time legs stretching out to either side. Again, toes flex back towards you. Inhale as you sit tall, rock the pelvis forward. Exhale, just start to walk the hands up towards the top of your mat. So my inner thighs are really tight here, so I'm staying tall, but some of you may be able to reach your upper body towards the mat in this pose. So know that wherever you are, you're working for you. Might feel good to bring a little bit of a bend in the knees for some of us. And keeping the spine nice and lengthened and long. Relax the shoulders. And slowly walk the hands back towards the body. Bringing the legs back inwards and the soles of the feet on your mat. Hands behind the knees. Inhale as you reach the heart up towards the sky. Pushing the navel up towards your thighs. Then exhale, round the spine, tuck the chin to the chest. Seated cat-cow pose. Inhale, again lifting. Exhale and round. One more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Lower yourself all the way down onto your backs. Once you're on your back, go ahead and hug the knees in towards the chest, rocking side to side. Massage the low back. And you deserve all the goodness right now. So just making yourself feel good here in this pose. And then come to stillness, moving into bridge pose. So our soles of the feet come back down to the earth, arms are by your sides, palms facing down, and your heels are close to your glutes, not touching, but close to there. And when you're ready, on your inhale, lifting the hips off the mat, pushing the hips upwards. Staying here, or roll your shoulders underneath you and clasp the fingers and the palms pressed together. So I want you in your first bridge pose to send some love and forgiveness to somebody that you love and need to forgive. Then when you're ready, rolling back down, one vertebrae at a time. Go ahead and bring the soles of the feet together. Let the knees drop to the sides for supine Badakanasana. Take a moment there. One more breath. Then we'll bring those knees back up so the knees face the sky. Soles of the feet on the mat, setting up for bridge, second round. On your inhale, lifting the hips again off the mat. Staying here, take that little bit of a bind. And this time, send love and forgiveness to maybe someone you feel that needs it. Or somebody that you don't even know personally, but maybe you know of them. If you feel they need love, just send that love to them. Once you've set that intention of love, go ahead and roll back down onto your mat and back into supine Badakanasana. Soles of the feet touch, knees drop out. And breathe there for about 2 to 3 more breaths. We'll take one more round of bridge after this. One more breath here. And then we'll come back, setting up for bridge, soles of the feet on the mat, hands by the sides. On your inhale, lifting the hips back up, lift the spine off the mat, maybe tuck the shoulders, that feels good. If you want to go into a deeper back bend, feel free to do a wheel pose if that feels good in your body. It's also great for the solar plexus for wheel pose, as it's a nice stretch on the abs. Then your last back bend, I want you to send, or invite you to send, love and forgiveness to someone who triggers you or pushes your buttons, someone who's really got maybe on your nerves. Just send forgiveness to that person so you can set yourself free and move on with your life. Once you've sent that forgiveness, go ahead and roll back down onto the mat. One more last supine Badakanasana. Touching the soles of the feet together, legs drop out. 2 to 3 more breaths here. And just notice how much lighter you feel now that you've sent forgiveness to some people and love. Notice that heart space in the center of your chest and how it expanded from the beginning to now the end of your practice. When you're ready, stretching the legs out in front of you. We're going to take one more pose or 2 more poses before final relaxation. So bring your arms underneath your body, palms facing down. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. So you can stay here in like a little modified fish pose. Or begin to push into your forearms, your elbows, your hands, lifting the spine off the mat. push the heart up towards the sky, and if it feels good in your neck, go ahead and drop the neck. And the top of your head gently rests on the earth behind you. It's only a gentle touch. All the weight's in your arms and your legs. This is just a counter pose to open up that throat from the bridge. Once you feel complete, slowly come out of that pose. It can be an intense one if you tend to have neck issues or your heart chakra is a little bit stagnant. Once you're down at the bottom, hug the knees in towards the chest. Rock side to side. And we'll move into banana pose. So stretching those legs out long again. Left leg goes towards the front corner of your mat. And your right leg crosses over your left ankle. Then reaching your left arm down towards your feet. And your right arm floats up overhead. So you're making a banana shape with your body on your mat here. So if you missed any of that, our left leg goes towards the side of the mat. Our right ankle crosses over the left. And we reach down towards the left foot. So picturing a banana. And sometimes it feels good if I stretch my left arm up and connect my hands. Sometimes I get a little bit of a different stretch in the arms there. So we'll take another 2 to 3 more rounds of breath here. Stretching that side body. Our oblique muscles, the side of our solar plexus, our Manipura chakra, energy center responsible for willpower, motivation, fire energy, stepping into your power, confidence, and ease. And slowly release back towards the center of your mat. And we'll bring the left or the right leg over towards the corner of your mat, the front corner. And then your left ankle crosses over the right. As you reach the right arm down towards the right leg. So opposite side here. Left arm floats up overhead. And again, staying there if you'd like to connect the hands. See how that feels in your body. I like to sometimes gently pull my left wrist. I would pull my left wrist just real gently to feel a stretch in the armpit. There's a whole bunch of little muscles in the armpit. And it just feels so good to stretch those. We'll take another 2 to 3 more rounds of breath here. Make your inhale and your exhale even as much as possible. Once you feel complete, coming back through center. And I invite you to take any other final pose that would feel good in your body right now. So if you need some hip stretches, maybe take a figure 4, where you cross one ankle over the knee. Or if you need a different hip stretch with the inner thighs, you can do happy baby, grabbing the feet and the knees go towards the armpits. If you need like the little circulation help, straighten the legs up towards the sky for waterfall. So whatever feels good for you. Maybe another twist, you can take a supine twist. If you're working on one side, go ahead and swap to the other side. And take a few moments on the other side, or maybe take a second pose. Once you feel complete, we'll set up for final relaxation, Shavasana. So making your way to Shavasana, if you haven't already, take up a lot of space here, as much as you can. Let those arms just go out to the sides, as far away from your body as possible. And then the legs as well, so kind of in a star shape here. So take up a lot of space. Sometimes our solar plexus, if it's a little unbalanced, it could make us feel small. So stop playing small and let your body take up a lot of space. And I'll lead you into a meditation while you rest here. I'm just going to carefully sit up, and if that feels good for you as well, I invite you to do that. Otherwise, stay laying down on your back, on your mat. And you'll know it's time to wake up when I ring the medicine bowl. And gently closing your eyelids over the eyes, or gazing softly at a point above you. Allow the entire back of your body to surrender down into your mat. With every exhale, feel yourself sinking deeper. Exhale and sink deeper and deeper into relaxation. Every muscle, every organ in your body is completely relaxed. From the toes up to your hips and shoulders, and even your mind. Allow everything to come to stillness. And send your imaginary energetic cord from your heart space up to your guides, to heaven, to your ancestors, your angels, the universe. Allow them to pour love down through this cord into your heart space, to warm your entire body. You begin to envision yourself upon your favorite flower. Maybe your little fairy that you shrunk down into your fairy body to fit upon this flower. Notice the silkiness of each petal caressing your skin. Notice the smell of your flower and the aroma it brings. On each inhale, bring that aroma into your body. And just smelling that scent brings healing energy and wellness into every cell. Maybe you take a moment to blink an eye open to see the color of the flower that's surrounding you. What color comes to mind that's embedded in this flower's energy? Know that whatever color you see is for your healing. Drawing your attention to any sounds around you as you rest upon this silky flower. Maybe with the gentle breeze You can hear the petals slowly moving with the wind. Notice the sounds that come with this flower. Maybe a little friend comes and sets himself up on the flower next to you, a little bumblebee. You exchange a little conversation. Maybe it's a ladybug. Notice how it feels to have this creature in your presence. Each creature that comes into our life has a message to be extended to us. So listen carefully to what that message is. And lastly, draw your awareness to your sense of taste. And just like the dandelion, maybe your flower is edible for this time being. Notice its flavor. What healing properties does it give you? Notice the connection of the flavor of the flower with your smell and the aroma of it. Take in all the energy of this flower. Bring it into your heart space. And this flower energy allows you to vibrate higher. Allows you to take up space to spread your passion and awareness. Much like this flower, you go out and dance with the wind, the ebb and flows of its current. Notice the healing properties one last time with this flower. And allow that to spread through every cell of your body, nourishing it with healing, abundance, gratitude, and forgiveness. Be with this feeling for just a few moments until the medicine bowl awakes you. take your energy cord back down into your heart space, and thanking your guides, your ancestors, the universe, your flower for everything that it's shown you today. And when you're ready, gently rolling over onto your favorite side, and take a moment there to reflect on your practice, noticing changes in your mind, your body, your soul. Remembering that you have the power in your heart space when you're living from it to spread your passions in abundance to others. Gently pushing yourself up to a seated position at your own pace. And we'll bring our hands to heart center, reminding ourselves to have good intentions towards ourselves and others. Hands towards the mouth, reminding ourselves to have positive, loving communication with ourselves and others. And our hands to our forehead, reminding ourselves that we have the ability to tap into our intuition, and also having kind, loving thoughts towards ourselves and others. And coming back to our heart center, breathing your eyes open. Thank you all for joining me this morning. Namaste. If anyone is interested